How terrible is human nature? Girl kisses her favorite teacher. Afterwards, the teacher told her seriously.
Skal du ikke kysse nogen på munden, mindre det er farmor?
This straight teaching makes girls hold grudges, so she turned to find the principal.
Jeg hedder Lukas.
Hvorfor ikke det?
Facing inquiries from the principal, girl accuses teacher exposing private parts in front of her. At first, the principal didn't believe, because Lucas is a well-known nice guy in town. Few days ago, he just rescued a person in the lake at -10 degrees, but the girl described it vividly. Obviously not a picture that a 6-year-old child can imagine.
Hvorfor siger du det?
Fordi det gør det.
After a brief sinking, the principal decides to trust the girl, but she didn't know the picture described by the girl. It's just saw something shouldn't be seen on his brother's computer. The next day, the principal found Lucas, conveyed the girl's complaint in a tentative tone.
Bare sige, der er sket ting imellem jer, som normalt kun bør ske mellem voksne mennesker.
Lucas was confused.
Hvad er det helt konkret, der er blevet sagt, Grete?
Ja, det kan jeg ikke sige.
Then the principal gave him a long vacation. Tell him to wait things to be investigated before working. Then the principal hired a psychologist to evaluate the girl, maybe to avoid provoking girls. His question is extremely tactful.
Det er ubehageligt nu, hvor vi snakker om Lucas. Men det er fordi, du ikke kan lide det, som han gjorde.
After brief assessment, experts have results.
Virkelig er det jo politiets arbejde, det her.
Afterwards, the principal notified the girl's family and announced Lucas' crimes at the parent meeting. She reminds all parents, pay attention to whether your child has abnormal behavior recently.
Altså, teoretisk set, så kan der være tale om flere tilfælde.
Parents can't think. A person always been upright and kind is such a hypocritical beast. That night, Lucas got a call from his son. He cried and said, "Mother forbids any further contact between them." It turned out the principal had informed Lucas' ex-wife of this matter. The next day, angry Lucas asked the principal to give a reason, but she keeps avoiding. She doesn't want to talk with this kind of scum.
Stop lige der. Hun kan du finde på sådan noget? Du må være syg.
Hvad fanden er det, jeg har gjort?
Poor Lucas didn't know exactly what happened until now. He just warned the principal. Don't get his son involved in this. In the quarrel, the angry director said the girl's name.
Lille uskyldige pige.
Er det klar? Grete, er det klar? Hvad er det, hun har sagt til dig, der er sket? Hvad? Det er min bedste datter, det ved du godt, ikke?
Lucas wants to say something more, but was kicked out of kindergarten by a parent.
Hvad laver du?
Vi tror ikke mere at tale om nogensinde. Kom så.
And the children who are usually close to him, now staring at him with a strange gaze. Lucas doesn't understand. Why does his friend's daughter spread rumors about him? So he found a buddy and tried to figure it all out.
Jeg skal spørge klar.
Ja, selvfølgelig. Hvad mener du?
Lukas, jeg kender en lille pige, og hun lyver ikke, og det har hun aldrig nogensinde gjort. Så hvorfor skulle hun lyve nu?
After speaking, his friend shed sad tears. Don't know if it's because of daughter or grieved by betrayal between friends.
Theo, jeg har ikke været din datter. Det ved du også godt, jeg ikke har. Tror du på, hvad jeg siger, eller tror du ikke på det? Theo, jeg har ikke været din datter. Tror du for helvede, Alex?
Jeg vil ikke, Lukas.
At this time, his friend's wife came over.
Du skal gå ud.
Men hvad så svare, hvad har jeg gjort?
Forsvind ud herfra.
Hvad er det, du forestiller, der er sket? Det er, hvor jeg fået fra, hvad hun fortalte dem.
Ved du hvad? Ud! Jeg gider ikke sidde her og diskutere med dig.
Lucas had no choice but to get up and leave, but within a few steps, he was pushed against the walls.
Vores mindste, så får du en kugle lige i panden. Jeg får dig op, hvad siger du jo ikke?
The quarrel grew clearer.
Er klar?
Hej, Lukas.
Even being treated like this, Lucas still treated friendly, then slipped away. Seeing a conflict between father and Lucas, Clara decides to tell the truth.
Jeg har ikke gjort noget. Jeg tror bare mig, at tage noget dumt noget. Og nu er alle børnehaven også begyndt at tale om det. De siger, at vi er nye.
After a moment of silence, Mother's head suddenly spins.
Det er lidt svært at forstå, men måske er det sådan her, at dit hoved vil helst ikke huske, hvad der er sket, fordi det ikke er særlig rart at tænke på. Men Clara, det er sket. Og derfor er det så godt, du har fortalt os det, ikke? Ja, skat.
In this way, she put the blame on Lucas. The incident fermented rapidly in the town. Many parents claim their children have been abused. They found Lucas' girlfriend, hope she can help to collect evidence.
Okay. Why?
Girlfriend didn't believe it at first, until this day. Clara came to the door unexpectedly.
Jeg vil bare spørge, om jeg må gå med Fanny.
Seeing no one around, Lucas knelt down and asked gently.
Hvad er det, jeg skulle have gjort, hvad der sker?
Så ved jeg ikke. Jeg kan ikke huske det mere. Det er også de andre.
Lucas realized something wrong and hurriedly asked.
Hvem er det? Klar, hvem er det?
Clara started back again and again. This scene happened to be seen by the girlfriend behind him. Seeing that Clara was frightened and cried, she can't help but express her heart.
Yes? Did you touch that girl?
Hvad?
You are not a sick person, are you?
Lucas' eyes become red. He didn't expect people closest to him start doubting him. Finally, this man who has always been forbearing broke down.
Du skal tage dine ting, så skal du gå nu.
He kicked his girlfriend out of the house angrily. Then he lay decadent on the bed for several days until his son showed up. His life was brought back to normal. However, were those rumors seriously injured his father? He can't do anything, even he also being treated differently. This day, he went shopping to supermarket. The manager told him they were no longer welcome though.
Det skal I bare ikke.
Deacon just left sadly, just arrived at the door. Then see father was taken away by the police.
Jeg kan gå ind og ringe til mor, og så sige, at hun skal komme og hente dig, ikke? Jeg ved også, at jeg skal lige med jer. Er du okay?
The son did not listen to father, turned around and came to father's friend's house. He begged father's friends to help father. They were best friends after all.
Du er sådan en god dreng. Du skal ikke lægges til last for noget, han har gjort, vel? Det...
Men han har ikke gjort det, siger.
Seeing can't explain, the boy getting emotional. He questioned Clara.
Du lå med min far.
Det gør jeg.
Kom her.
Kom, Clara, nu går vi op.
Du slipper det. I lige slipper.
Tror du ikke det? Bare nu så snart, hvor der er med. Jeg tror, jeg
Bare snak med dig. Snak med dig.
Stop det her.
Hvorfor løber du med din far, dit svin?
This drastic behavior triggered serious. He was dragged out the door by a strong man and beat him up.
Hvad er det for helvede? Stop.
Fortunately, father's friends tried their best to stop, so he survived.
Kom her. Jeg er spillet med dig. Gå hjem med dig. Kom her. Led så med dig.
Hvor er du fucking svin, mand? Fucking svin, mand!
The boy with full of bruises face was taken home by his uncle. At this time, uncles is helping father to flee away. Trial will be held at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. According to the news they got, currently all children giving oral confessions to the room. They described the crime scene in detail in the basement of Lucas' house. Even the sofa pillar and wallpaper speaks for itself.
Da politiet så kørte hjem og undersøgte jeres hus her i formiddags, så fandt de ud af, Markus.
Vi slet ikke har nogen kælder.
Nemlig.
De har fortalt en historie om kælder, som ikke er der.
Det er meget almindeligt kendt i sådan nogle sager her, at børn de beskriver detaljer, som for eksempel jeres kælder, som ikke eksisterer. Så man har altid gået ud fra den tanke, at børn de fortæller sandheden. Og det gør de jo desværre også rigtig ofte.
Lucas was acquitted the next morning. Father and son embrace each other tightly. They thought life was back to normal. However, their nightmare has just begun. In the evening, Lucas is cooking. Enjoy the rare father-son time with his son. Lucas grabs the bat and heads out to check.
Hello?
And that man is long gone. There is a black bag not far away. He carefully stepped forward to check. After open, he found out it was a dog he had raised for many years.
Kræfter vi her! Fucking færdig, mand!
Lucas buried his dog in heavy rain, although the law proved his innocence. But human nature has no intention of letting him go. Everyone thinks Lucas just escaped the law. Next, they will judge the devil in their own way. Lucas went to the supermarket to buy meat this day. The clerk said it was sold out.
Måske med at de der svinefaletter. Det er ikke kunder her. Jeg har ret til at købe ind her.
See Lucas persevere. The clerk wiped his hands and punched him to the ground. The manager heard the news. See, it's Lucas. Immediately asked the clerk to hang him out. Looking at the contemptuous eyes of others, Lucas decides to defend his rights. What awaited him was even more violent punches and kicks. After the clerk pulls off, throw him out of the market like a stray dog.
Sidste gang du kommer her. Hold dig væk.
Lucas struggled to get up and returned to market and injured his body.
Så hvad kan jeg tænke?
Giv mig mig snart.
Finally, he got what he deserved in Quiz of Stars. He then limped out of the supermarket. This scene happened to be seen by friends' family. Watching old friends fall to this point cause of a lie from their daughter. He bowed his head in shame. Lucas pondered for a long time in the dark. Suddenly, he seems to have made a decision. Wash off the blood in bathroom, put on a clean suit, and then slammed down a glass of strong drink. Then he came to the church. Today is Christmas Eve. Residents of the town gather here to pray. When Lucas walked into the church with a bruised face, shot was written on everyone's faces. Lucas sat down in the seat as the bishop began to pray. He looked back at his friend, looking at the hero who started it all.
At jeg af dit ord kan lære at sørge over mine synder, og at tro i liv og død på Jesus.
og hver dag forbedrer mig i et helligt liv og levende.
They looked at each other from a distance for a long time. Then the kids came on stage and sang along with Clara, looking at the girl who once framed him. Looks like a little angel now. An uncontrollable sense of grievance welled up in his heart. He couldn't help but look back again. But he saw the husband and wife whispering to him. This made Lucas' emotions start to get out of control. I was hurt like this by you. Why are you still talking about me behind my back?
Yeah. No.
When the grievance and anger in the heart reached the peak, Lucas can't take it anymore. He got up and came to his friend.
Kom nu, vil du sige noget til mig? Vil du sige noget til mig? Hold op, Lukas. Vil du sige noget til mig? Hvad? Kom nu! Hold op, Lukas! Tag det roligt. Helt byen står holdt på dig, mand. Tag det roligt, ikke? Sig det! Tag det roligt. Kom nu af, Lukas. Kom! Hvad vil du sige, mand? Kom!
Kan du godt lide ham op med en fucking psykopat?
Jeg kan lige snakke med dig. Prøv at kigge ind i mine øjne. Kig ind. Hvad er det? Hvad kan du se? Skal jeg se noget? Hvad siger du? Hvad? Ingenting. Der er ingenting. Der er ingenting.
After this incident, friends finally understood. Lucas may have been wrong. Seeing father so sad, Clara finally told the truth.
Det var bare mig, der sagde noget dumt noget. Han har ikke gjort noget.
Father didn't speak. He gently covered his daughter with a quilt. Go to kitchen, get wine and 2 pieces of meat. Come to Lucas' house overnight. No imagined resentment or apology. The two just looked at each other quietly. Finally, Lucas picked up wine glass and chose to forgive. Time flies fast. A year later, Lucas held a bar mitzvah for his son. Everyone in town came to celebrate. They shook hands and hugged Lucas affectionately, like if that thing never happened. After dinner, Clara suddenly appeared at the door. As always, she's afraid to step on the lines of the ground.
Hvad skal vi gøre med de streger?
Det ved jeg ikke. Der er vildt mange, synes jeg.
Ja.
After hesitating, Lucas still walked over, gently hold the girl who almost destroyed him.
Så klarer vi det.
Tak.
Selv tak.
After the party, the group went hunting. Lucas gets separated from his son, so he simply enjoy the scenery leisurely. Lucas looked at the other in shock. The man pulled the bolt and loaded it again. But not pulled the trigger. Finally, he turned and left against the setting sun. But Lucas never saw the other clearly, because he stands on the moral high ground, standing in the sun.